HBO has released the third episode of their Batman spin-off, The Penguin, which follows Sophia and Oz as they try to control the future of Gotham's drug trade, while Victor is torn between his new life and what remains of his old one. And I thought the episode was great. I really enjoyed getting to see a Vic-centric episode because the story allowed us to get a deeper look into his character. I mean, the episode begins with an explosive sequence, literally, which shows how Victor was left orphaned after the seawall explosion drowned his family during the final moments of the Batman, which was an incredibly tense scene that showed us how the action that took place in the film had a direct effect on the people of Gotham. In Vic's case, he was left without a support system and a moral compass, so he started hanging out with the wrong crowd of people more often than he should, and that crowd led him directly into crossing paths with Oz in the first place. But now Vic finds himself in a particularly sticky situation because Sophia Falcone is involved with his doings, and she's trying to sell a new drug on the black market, all while in the middle of a gang war. So while Victor may want to leave Gotham in order to pursue a better life with his girlfriend, he may end up getting himself killed before he even gets the chance to leave. And even if he did leave, there's no guarantee that Oz wouldn't track down his whereabouts and send somebody to kill him anyway. Lucky for Vic, Oz has really grown to respect him. And though he does get a bit upset after he finds out about Vic's intentions, he actually does allow Vic to leave, cause that's his bro. But just as Vic is about to leave with his girlfriend, he has a sudden crisis of conscience. A part of Victor must actually enjoy being bad because he ultimately decides to stay with Oz. I guess the idea of becoming rich and powerful really stuck with him, which makes sense given the community that he grew up in. I mean, his father worked hard his whole life, and what does he have to show for it? Nothing. That has to suck. So I understand why Vic would feel enticed by the idea of wealth and power, because who wouldn't be? It's just unfortunate that Vic has found himself in a position that his own father would be ashamed of. And it's also unfortunate for Vic to find that once he returns, Oz and Sophia are being held captive by the Maronis. I guess Sal figured out that Oz was trying to play him, and in turn exposed to Sophia that Oz is actively trying to play her. So even if Vic came in time to save Oz's life in this moment, the guy is definitely going to have a target on his head from now on. Which means that Vic is probably going to have one too, so he probably should have left when he had the chance. But now that Sophia knows who he is, I'm not so sure that he's going to make it out of this show alive. Though Sophia is also in a bit of a predicament herself, since Oz and Vic just left her behind with the Maronis. So this episode ended pretty badly for everyone involved, which is interesting, especially considering that things were just starting to look good for Oz. But his partnership with Sophia is definitely over, so I have no idea where his story is going to head next. And since I want to see how every character will make it out of their respective situation, if at all, I definitely cannot wait to see the next episode of The Penguin once it gets released on Sunday.